Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Tonight's live around five is how you can be open to opportunity. Three great tips. Do you ever feel stuck in a rut? Hi, my name's Amy, and I absolutely have before. And we need to think about this in terms of the different silos of our life. Maybe you're feeling stuck in your friendships or your work or your personal life, whatever it may be. We all feel like that sometimes. And it feels like nothing is going to change. Well, nothing will change unless we help change it, right? So here are three great tips for doing that. The first thing that I recommend that you do is that you accept invitations. We all get invited to things all the time. And especially if you live in a college town, there's going to be a lot of great opportunities for you to get out and do things at free events, even. And if you're somebody who's feeling a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit down, or you're an introvert, this can be really hard. But if you push through that, accepting an invitation can open up a whole new circle of people to you, right? And it's going to be a little bit of work, but accepting invitations will get you in rooms and meeting people and learning about things that maybe you just aren't part of your circle right now that could really light a fire in your belly and give you a chance to try something new, give you a chance to meet new people. Recently, I had the chance with my friend Lisa visiting. We were in a coffee shop, and a couple of ladies sitting next to us opened a conversation. And we were open to that. We were open to accepting the invitation to the conversation. And I'm telling you, we made two incredibly precious, treasured friends. We all hit it off right away. We had the best time chatting. And in fact, we went back to that same coffee shop just 2 days later and saw them again because we were open to it. And it was one of those things that we're all talking about how special it is. But if we hadn't been open to even an invitation to a conversation, imagine what we would have missed out on. And I want you to think that same way, that you can push yourself just a little bit to learn about something new or meet someone new. And that's going to give you a whole new vim and vigor and energy and help you get unstuck. The second thing you can look at doing, and you know I'm a big advocate of this, is to volunteer somewhere. Now, the key here is to make sure that you're looking at volunteering somewhere where you're passionate about. Let's say you're a wild lover of books and reading like I am. What a great place to volunteer is your local library. You're going to meet other people who love to read and love books, who are respectful of books, right? Who help volunteer to take care of books. And you're going to be able to have a whole new circle. You'll also learn about other events in your area, about new books that are coming out. It's going to expand your repertoire. Now, whether this is for your personal satisfaction or you're looking to expand your network, this is a great idea to volunteer in the community with what you love to do. Now, one caveat here, if you're hoping to expand your business network, I recommend that you volunteer in spaces where that would make the most sense. So there are a lot of local business functions or organizations around your area. A great place to volunteer would be the Chamber of Commerce, where the whole idea is for business people to come together and trade information, right? What do you do? What do I do? How do we connect each other? Because its entire purpose is to promote business. It's really important that we don't use places like the library that we might volunteer to then leverage our businesses unless it's completely natural and graceful and it makes complete sense and it's in alignment and completely authentic. You know, if you follow me or you've worked with me, that's one of the keys that one of my greatest mentors taught me, is that it's really important that we don't hide our businesses, especially if we're working from home, that we're also just not always business forward, that that's the only thing we talk about or the only thing we're interested in is a customer. That's not what this is about. This is about being open to opportunities in every part of our life. Now, again, if you're thinking about your business, join the chamber, join a local business group that's meant to support that. Speaking of organizations, that's the last tip that I have for you. Join an organization that's in alignment with an interest that you have. And this is a little more formal, right, than maybe volunteering or just accepting an invitation. For example, I'm a FAA certified technician in ham radio. My dad is a ham radio operator. My grandfather was a ham radio operator. In fact, he was a radioman in the war. And so have a great history with that, and I'm hoping to expand my knowledge and get my general license this year. And when I think of that, I know there's a huge community of hams out there, and I could more formally join a local group or join a national group and kind of toe, put more of my toe in that pool and meet people who are like minded, who are also ham radio operators. And that's an incredible, wonderful group of conversations, right? It's not just about how you communicate, it's about the equipment that you use. There's a lot of subdivisions of that, like POTA, which is parks on the air. People travel around to different parks, national parks in particular, and try to broadcast and connect and have contests from there. There's a ton of cool things about it. Maybe you do ceramics. Maybe you're a runner, but joining an organization that's going to also have you meet like minded people and expand your network can really be a wonderful way to help you get out of your rut and help you feel like you're not out of your ordinary and find more opportunity for relationships. It's also, when you're thinking of an organization, much more defined. Usually we're talking about maybe a monthly meeting, right? So here I'm going to kind of deal with some objections that might be coming up in your mind right now. Well, I wouldn't have time for that. If you don't have time to do something once a month for a couple of hours that might expand your opportunity, your horizon, your happiness, your friendships, a hobby that's valuable to you, we've got to talk, because you've got to rework your schedule. That's not a way that I want you to live. Part of being resilient is feeding ourselves that sort of thing. It's being flexible, it's being adaptable, it's being open to opportunity, and it's having the chance to really practice self care in the way that we are doubling down on the things that are important to us. I'm not talking about spending thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours. I mean, if you have the time and the money and the resources to do that, rock on with your bad self. But we all have time to spend 2 to 3 hours a month on something that we love, connecting with people that are like minded in a way that might help us learn about the things that we're passionate about and expand our circles. The other thing I would say is there are plenty of opportunities like this that don't involve monetary outlay. Now, a chamber membership is going to be an outlay of money, but that's a business expense, right? But joining your local library club or book club or going into a running club, that's going to be really nominal. And I would recommend that there are ways that we can support you analyzing your budget and finding $50 a year that's going to get you the chance to be a part of this. Now, this doesn't apply for people who are feeling like I'm part of 6 clubs already and I feel really busy. In those moments, I want you to think about what opportunities you might be missing within your current structure. Are you in a rut there? Are you just going to your regular meetings, doing the regular stuff, talking to people you talk to all the time? In this instance, I want you to talk to somebody new. I want you to invite somebody new to join your organization. A local Kiwanis group would be a great example of how you could grow your circle this way. I want you to think about, if you're feeling stuck, how do I position myself differently within the places that I know, like, and trust to have a better experience and do more and do different stuff, right? So I hope this has been helpful. Part of being resilient is doing this sort of thing. It's pushing us a little bit, especially the introverts out there, because I know if you make the transition from your home to the event, you're probably going to have fun at the event and find an extroverted friend, right? I'm that extroverted friend for a few of my introverted friends, and I'm happy to do it. And find someone who's going to help you kind of open up the door a little bit and let you get in and see if that's a group that you like. The other thing I recommend is, let's say that you've done all this and you join a group and you don't like it. Quit. Join a different group. Find a different hobby. Do something different. Just because you don't succeed at first, try again until you feel like you have that fulfillment, until you feel like you're embracing that opportunity, because you deserve a really rich, diverse life where you feel engaged, like you're doing new things, like you're having a good time, like you're meeting a new dear friend at a local coffee shop. And so I hope that you take this to heart and think about how you can make it real in your own life. And I hope I'll see you back here tomorrow, live around 5. Take care, everybody. Bye.